What made me pick the name Adora? Again, I'm a huge She-Ra fan. Hello, Pappy Vibin. Can I have a period? Do I menstruate? No, I do not menstruate. A period-like symptoms? Yeah, it is not uncommon for transgender women to have period-like symptoms on HRT. Hope you're doing well today. I am, thank you. Do I think gender is harmful? It's a good question. I think that the way that we use gender as a society can be pretty harmful. We do kind of pigeonhole people into these gender roles, and I think gender roles are not the most fantastic thing. Do I think trans people reinforce the binary? How so? I mean, non-binary people are transgender. I haven't been here in a while. When are you going to do debates? I do debates Monday through Friday. Though I do special lives every now and then. For an instance, I think it's safe to announce this at this point. Michaela and I will be doing a battle on Friday morning, 10 a.m. Michaela and I will be doing both of our first battles. It's going to be to raise money for Palestinian families. No idea how it's going to go. It's probably going to be about an hour long, but yeah, Michaela and I will be battling to raise funds for Palestinian families. I'd love to see you debate. I'd love to see you debate. Something I didn't see. How long have Mel and I been friends? A little over a year. Why do I support Palestine? Specifically, I am anti-genocide. I mean, how can anyone be pro-genocide? Whatever Hamas... And there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that justifies a genocide. Genocide doesn't justify genocide. Nothing that anyone could ever do would ever justify killing tens of thousands of kids. Have I experienced misogyny or sexism since transitioning? Absolutely. Specifically, once I started to come out, I noticed that I am not taken nearly as seriously as I was when I was presenting as a man. Do I regret doing that? Do I regret getting surgery? No, God no. It's the best decision I've ever made. What would be my type of women? The type of women that were playing basketball tonight. Holy shit, they were... Those women are fucking jacked. Like, my God, they're gorgeous. I love muscle definition in women. Love it. Am I anti-Semitic? I don't think so. I would have to say no. Do I want to change my voice? Yes, I do. Muscle mommy hype train, fucking right. Yes. Alright, guys, keep tapping that screen. 50 taps per person, share the live. What about Israel families? I don't believe that any innocents should be unalived. It's that simple. Nobody, no innocent people should be unalived, period. Can I have the big O? Yes, I can, Sophia. Did insurance cover my surgeries? They did not. My insurances did not cover the surgery or the hospital stay. They did cover the medication, but that was it. I had to pay out of pocket. If you are considering any level of gender-affirming care, click on my profile, click on my link tree, and you will find a comprehensive list of insurances and what level of gender-affirming care they cover. I'm sure it's not 100% of the insurances out there, but all the major ones and a lot of lesser-known ones are in that list. So if you want to know what is covered by your insurance, click on my profile, click on the link tree, and you'll find a link to all the various insurances and what they cover. Okay. I used to say I loved my voice. I don't think I ever said I loved my voice. Hello, how you doing?
You chopped your cock off?
How old are you?
About to be 30.
About to be 30. What year were you born?
Oh, dude, 97. Since
90,
you
yeah,
want so
that's not numbers that add up.
bad. I'm 27, bro.
Cost out of pocket for bottom surgery, it was $19,000. The hospital cost $6,000. The hotel cost $4,000. For top surgery, it was $6,000, $1,500 for the hospital, and $2,000 for the hotel. Does estrogen make you have less body hair? Typically, yes. I noticed reduced body hair once I started estrogen. Do you still have to dilate this long after surgery? Yes, I do. I'm currently dilating every other day, which is a little bit more than I have to dilate. Right at this point in my recovery, I really only have to dilate 2 to 3 times a week. More like 1 to 2 times a week, honestly. But right now I'm dilating every other day because it's easier for me to track. No other reason, it's just easier to track. But in the early days, for the first, I'd say 6 weeks or so, you're dilating 4 times a day, half an hour each. From 6 weeks to 3 months, you're dilating 3 times a day. From 3 months to 6 months, you're dilating twice a day. From 6 months to 9 months, once a day. From 9 months, I think I had some of my numbers flip off there. But yeah, from a year on, you're dilating once or twice a week as needed. What's the one piece of advice that I would give my younger self? I would tell myself to look up what it meant to be transgender, because at that my younger self didn't know. I would just tell myself to look that up. Do I believe that you are fully educated on the topic of Palestine and Israel? Not even close, Jonah. I know enough to know that genocide is bad. There is no justifiable reason for genocide. So whatever reason Israel has for doing what they're doing, what they're doing is vile and evil and absolutely indefensible. Guys, if you are new to my page, if this is your first time ever seeing me, say hi in chat, and don't forget, you can ask me anything. When I mean anything, I mean anything. If you're looking for a genuine answer, if you got a genuine question, I've got a genuine answer. Thank you for the heart me. Hello, Hayden. How you doing? Do I have to dilate forever? So long as I want a vaginal canal, yes. If I stop dilating, I will lose my vaginal canal. That's not the end of the world. It's not necessarily going to cause problems. It just means that you lose width and depth. You still have a vagina. You still have a vulva. You just don't have a vagina. You almost got me to read your name again. I saw you. But yeah, I mean, if you stop dilating, you just lose your vagina. Eyeliner tutorial: make a mess and then clean it up. Any advice for aftercare for a caregiver, spouse? My wife is having both surgeries this year. That's amazing, Advocate Junkie. Yeah, you are going to want to wait hand and foot on your wife for at least 3 weeks. Especially, she's going to be out of commission. I mean, she's probably going to be doing like short little walks for 5 minutes out, 5 minutes back, and then just resting the rest of the day. But be nearby. Be nearby, because when you're, at least for me, I nearly just passed out 3 times because the medications I was on caused low blood pressure, and suddenly moving from not moving, or trying to go to the bathroom or trying to shower, those things caused me to crash. So being nearby is very important. If someone who's just recovered, who's just got the surgery, trips, you don't want them to catch themselves, because catching themselves is likely to cause an injury. You want to be there if they stumble so that you can catch them. You're going to have to feed them, take care of them, help them dress. So inspired by you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You're nervous for? Hey, I get it. It's a major surgery. It's big time. I get being nervous. Being nervous is healthy.
Hey, sister.
How's it going?
Good, good. Glad to see you're back. I know you've been off for a little bit, but just glad to see you back.
Yeah, I mean, I was on my backup, but yeah, the main got taken down for firearms. Yeah.
What won't they get us for next? What the fuck?
Right? The most ridiculous thing ever.
Well, I got you here really quick. I have a friend she's on the borderline of starting the meds, but with all the legislation going against us, she's very, very scared. I sent you a video of me making a response to her. I think I would love to show her that there is more support out there for Zoe. If you could do something for like a reach out message or a video of your own, I think she'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll take a look at your DMs, see what I can do. Yeah.
All right. And actually, I did that and a weird question. Did you have, I know with the whole surgery thing, which of course, we've been following each other for a long ass fucking time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like you were probably one of my first friends when I first started on this shit like years ago, I swear. And
yeah, it's literally been years now. Literally.
Yeah, like I think I was still pre-HRT when we met, I think.
I definitely was. I didn't start HRT till shortly after I started.
It'll be 3 years for me on September, so that puts me at about 2021.
That adds up. That's about the time I started here.
Yep. So yeah, it's been that long, but with the recovery for you and everything, did you have any weird like comfort foods to get you through the pain? And if so, what was the weirdest one? It literally just came to me like a few minutes ago and I was like, oh, that's a good one.
So I was pretty cautious about what I ate because I didn't want anything that was going to upset my stomach or possibly make me sick because I wanted to focus completely on the recovery. So I really played it safe with foods. The only bit of food that stands out to me is that Philly cheesesteak that I had in the hospital, because I was 5 days straight on a liquid-only diet, and that fucking cheap-ass hospital Philly cheesesteak, the best thing I've ever had.
Well, when you're that strapped for food and you're forced to liquefy everything, like even a crappy $2 sandwich can feel like a freaking five-star buffet if you think about it.
Yep, 100%.
But yeah, I'm still making content. But yeah, I sent you that video, so just whenever you can, just do your stuff, girl.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Catch you later. Love you, sis.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Would your parents have let you transition younger? Unlikely. My parents are very anti-medication. I can't say one way or another. My parents, when I did come out as an adult, my parents were very uneducated about trans people, very uneducated. So I think there's a very good chance that I would not have gotten the care that I needed. Hi, Mel. Hello, Madison. Hey there, Bree. You know, guys, I'll bet you anything. If I did a reset and I came back with no topic, we would get more viewers and we would still be able to do a Q&A. We'd be able to do the Q&A with more viewers with no background. Do I still post on OF? No, I do not. The fun got stolen from that. They used that fully against me. The fun got stolen. Why have I only been talking about Gaza for a week? Everyone should be talking about Gaza, at least to some extent. Why do I think this background doesn't work? The reality is that everyone who's watched this background already knows the answers. this content, this background is not really being pushed to the FYP. So most of the people that are watching right now are my followers, which is great. I'm so happy. But my followers already know everything that I have to say. Everything that I have to say. Wait, they stole my content? Oh yeah, all my content was stolen and posted all over the internet. Haley Evans, I am anti-killing of innocents. If you are unaliving innocents, you are doing something wrong. How do you differentiate someone looking at you in public thinking you're pretty or judging? Well, I've never caught a look from someone that made me think that. Thank you, Lily. Appreciate the roses. Thank you so much. Hi, Lily. Yeah, I've never caught a look from someone that made me think that they were attracted to me. If I've ever caught a look from someone, it made me uncomfortable. Whatever the intent was. Am I vegan? I am not. I've considered going vegetarian. I have no connection to meat. It's not a thing that I need to have in my life to be able to enjoy food. So vegetarian is a possibility. What other games do you like on Switch besides Stardew? It's just Stardew. That's it. It's literally it. There's no other game on Switch that I like other than Stardew. I mean, you could say Mario Odyssey, but that's a single-player game that I played enough ages ago. I always think people are judging me even before I started living as my true self. I feel that, Flutter. Was it Flutterby? Flutterby. That's me with Animal Crossing right now. That's fair. You care about the Palestinians, but not innocent animals? I mean, I do care about innocent animals. Gonna watch Angel Reese tomorrow? Maybe. What time is the is the Chicago game? If the Chicago game is during my live, I'm not gonna watch it, unfortunately. But I see you, AB. I see you. I'm staying live. I'm staying live. You're welcome to go, AB. You like my earrings? Thank you. They're made locally. When did I start taking hormones? My transiversary is in 4 days. My transiversary is on the 18th. So, yeah. It's at 8 Eastern. Then yeah, I'm going to miss it. What are my favorite books? What's it called? Historic Materials, absolutely love it. The Millennium Series, absolutely love it. Anything special planned? No, I don't have anything special planned. I support bodily autonomy. It's not the topic, but I support bodily autonomy. Can I do a debate? Debates do spring up during Q&A sometimes, but right now I'm looking to do a Q&A. I'm not looking for the negativity right now. Whereas Mel was watching. She might be here, she might not be here. Who's my favorite artist right now? That's a tough one. I did just go on a bit of a Lenka kick last night. Am I into FromSoft games? Absolutely not. I do not like their whole mantra. Any plans to do more speed dating? Nothing scheduled. Nothing scheduled. Yes, the account is back, Melina. How you doing, Melina? Long time no see. Do I post on YouTube? Not really. Not in any meaningful way. I'm more likely to post to Instagram than I am to YouTube. and even that's pretty inconsistent. The main places to view my content are here on TikTok and over on Twitch. I stream the majority of my lives on Twitch, Adorable Rainbow Fist on Twitch. I'm streaming this one to Twitch right now. We got the cat cam going. My cat Felix is over on the cat cam. And if you are a subscriber to my Twitch account, then as soon as the live ends, you get immediate access to my old lives. If you want to watch my old content, subscribe to my Twitch. I'm shutting down the Patreon. The Patreon is being shut down. If you are a subscriber to Patreon, cancel your subscription because everything is moving on over to Twitch. Same price, $5 a month. Who's my top role model? There's a good question. There's a lot of people that I look up to. I look up to Parker Get a Job. I look up to Mel. Here on TikTok, that is. Other places, that's a good question. I don't know. Who do I look up to off of TikTok? My mom. My mom's absolutely amazing. Where will I be moving to if TikTok gets banned? TikTok won't get banned. That's not going to happen. Lil Turbs, are you a subscriber to my Twitch? You have to subscribe for $5 a month. If you are a subscriber, you should get almost immediate access. There's probably some processing time, but okay, interesting. I'll have to work on that, Lil Turbs. If you're a subscriber, you should be able to view my old content. Do I have any transgender role models? I do love Dylan Mulvaney. I wish Dylan Mulvaney was speaking up on Palestine, or at least what's it called? There's an organization that's helping get people out of Gaza. I forgot what it's called. Operation something another. Mel fundraised for it recently. I love Dylan Mulvaney. What's her name? You Can See Me. Huge fan of You Can See Me. I wouldn't. Operation Olive Branch. Yes, thank you. Operation Olive Branch. Yes. I'm a huge fan of You Can See Me. I would not be where I am if it were not for her. Just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean you don't care. Sure, absolutely. But when we have a platform, we have a responsibility to use that platform. Even if your content isn't about something, like, you can still do the bare minimum. The bare minimum would say, hey, here's this fundraiser, consider donating to it, and then make a donation yourself if you are able to do so. Just bring a bit of awareness. Like, if you have a massive platform, if you have 10 million people following you, just talk about Operation Olive Branch. Just talk about Operation Olive Branch. That's it. Sloan, how you doing? We got some star power here. Damn. Do you think trans people should be able to go to the bathroom? Yes. I think trans people should be able to go to the bathroom, whichever bathroom they're comfortable with. Guys, if you're not following Sloan XJ9, do so. I know you're joking. I know you're joking. Though I am extremely gullible. Hey, Adora, if I send you a message, will you see it? I do read the majority of my DMs, and I'm always very behind on my DMs. At my peak, I used to be getting 100, 150 DMs a day. I'm now probably getting 20 to 30 DMs a day. It's overwhelming. I just don't read all my DMs every day. Someone raised over $200,000 in a single day for Operation Olive Branch. That's amazing. That makes me so happy. He has less than 3 million followers. That's amazing. I totally understand. If you could get to it when you can, that'd be great. No problem, Mabry. Like, this kind of information about yourself is no one's business. Then scroll on the other. I saw you make that comment earlier. Yeah, if you guys do want to help out, please click on my profile and check out the videos. My most recent videos all have links to a GoFundMe where you can help out a family in Palestine. I myself have donated as well, obviously doing my best to get their fundraiser out there. All right, guys, tap that screen, 50 taps per person. And if you are a follower of mine, if you follow me here or on the backup, write Grayskull in chat. Hoping to help next week if fundraiser is still up and running. Oh, it will be. It definitely will be. The fundraiser ain't going anywhere. Tips for makeup removal without using the wipes. I made that mistake one time, and I just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed with a fucking towel, and it was a nightmare. So, good luck. Another reason they famous people have a platform and they can make a difference. Yeah, sure. Yeah, people. If you have a platform, you have the ability to make a difference. Even if even if you don't intend to really push, making one single video can make a huge difference if you have a sizable platform. Love your hair. Have Mel and I ever hooked up? No. Jesus. Y'all are wild. What other things do I like to be an activist for? I would really only say that I'm a trans advocate. Outside of trans advocacy, I really don't do more than the absolute bare minimum. All right, so does anyone have questions about the surgeries? I had both the surgeries relatively recently. I had my top surgery in September. I had my bottom surgery January 2023. I've been through it all. I've been on estrogen for coming up on 3 years. Let's see, what's the actual date? The actual date is... Yep, 4 more days. Okay, good. I got it right. 4 more days. But I feel they are too personal. Brittany, there is no such thing as a question that is too personal about this topic. This is a very intimate surgery. Both of these surgeries, top and bottom, and transgender people have questions about them. Cisgender people have questions about them too. And I am perfectly happy to share my entire story. So don't be afraid to ask something that's too personal. Ask anything at all. What motivates me to do good, do good in my life? I want to do as much good as I can without causing harm. And I'm not a perfect person. I make significant mistakes. I get called out for them. And, I don't always have the best response to being called out. But I think that I've got I've got a really good team of people around me. And I'm getting better at being able to... check myself, and I have a team that's good at it too. So I have friends, people that I care about, that call my shit out, and that's important to me. What color do I plan on coloring my hair next? You'll have to find out next Monday. I appreciate your openness. Thank you. I don't look at it as personal, but educational. That's the goal, Brandy. Any negative side effects to med surgery? Sure, yeah, absolutely. For instance, estrogen increases your risk of breast cancer. I'm pretty sure the spironolactone that I was on increases my risk of osteoporosis. I'm at greater risk of heart disease, etc. So sure, yeah, there are side effects to these things. Side effects of the surgery, there are so many things that can go wrong with surgery. If I'm recalling correctly, I believe my surgeon said that about 10-ish% of her patients end up with some type of complication. I ended up with 3 complications. All 3 complications were dealt with. There's no lasting effects of those complications. But yeah, there's the possibility of chronic pain. There's the possibility of not experiencing sensation or having muted sensation. There's there's the possibility of a botched surgery. There are any number of things that you have to worry about. Do I feel like my dysphoria was helped more with bottom or top surgery? Bottom. Bottom. I had already started to develop breasts just with estrogen, and the estrogen really, really helped with my top dysphoria. I just needed a little more. What bathroom do I use? The women's. You look like you know the truth. It ain't too late if you want. Ryder, I could not be happier with where I am in my transition. Did you show inspo pics? Did you show inspiration pics for your surgery? No, you don't get to pick what it looks like. My surgeons are unlikely to take visual requests for surgery. There's just too much variation in genitalia for them to be able to guarantee results. Hello, Jesse loves sushi. How do I deal with the hate? It's as simple as can be. I have amazing friends, and without them, I couldn't do this. It's that simple. I have absolutely amazing friends. Would you take away free speech if it meant that trans people got all their rights they wanted? I don't see why we can't have free speech and trans people can have their rights. Why do those things have to be like? Why one but not the other? How long do the surgeries take? Let's see if it says here. It doesn't say exactly. It was about 3 hours. They didn't give me an exact time. How bad did top surgery hurt? Top surgery hurt more than bottom surgery. Way more than bottom surgery. I was very surprised by that. But yeah, my top surgery hurt significantly more. My bottom surgery, for the first six weeks to 2 months, the pain averaged between a 4 and a 6 out of 10, with frequent spikes up to an 8 or a 9 out of 10. And my top surgery, my pain averaged in the 7 to 8 out of 10 range, but that was for 3 days rather than for 6 to 8 weeks. Fansly collab? I have a Fansly. Am I familiar with feminist theorists? I'm not. How do they go about top surgery? Like, how do they do it? It goes, there's incisions here and here, and the implant itself is put underneath my muscle. What's a transversary? My transversary, it's going to be unique to each trans person. Some people it's going to be the day they discover themselves. Some people it's going to be a day they came out. Some people it's going to be a day they got surgery. For me, it is the day I took my first estrogen tablet. Beyond pain, what was the worst part of aftercare for your surgeries? Dilation. Dilation is a nightmare. I will not sugarcoat dilation, guys. Those early days of dilation are awful. It's painful, it's bloody, it's gross, and it's all fucking day, I swear to God. I support my sister wholeheartedly, but since questions, how do I approach the topic without offending? Ask your sister if she's comfortable with questions. Am I interested in learning about feminist theory? Sure, yeah. Holy, that must have hurt like hell. Oh, yeah. You start dilating 6 days after your surgery. 6 days. You haven't even begun healing. Your body is still in a certain amount of shock, and you're not going to be healing while you're in shock. So you start dilating before you start healing, meaning you're in pain. Would I get a septum piercing? Unlikely. I'm over having surgery every 4 months. Been 2 years now. I'm sorry to hear that, boo. When did I get top surgery? September 13th. What is dilation? Dilation is when you take a plastic tube, you insert it into your vaginal canal as far as it'll go. You hold it there for about half an hour. And yeah, you do that. In the early days, you do that 4 times a day. Please don't put sugar on your dilator. What, Pumpka? Where did that come from, Pumpka? How would it even be possible to dilate a urethra when it's so incredibly small? I mean, I didn't make it in. I just kind of squashed the. I just kind of squashed the entrance. It was bad. It was as bad as it sounds. Are you interested in learning about feminist theory? Sure. I already said yes. So glad I don't have to dilate. I'm envious that you don't have to, Dominique. If there's one thing you could have known going into bottom surgery, what would it be? I was very well informed, not just because of you, Kenzie, me, but also because of my amazing doctor and surgery team. So yeah, I was very, very well informed. What was there anything that I was surprised by? I suppose I wish I would have known that. I mean, I don't even say I wish I would have known, but the one that was something that was a part of the recovery process that I didn't know about going into it was that when I was in the recovery stages, when I go number 2, you're not allowed to push. For 3 weeks, you're not allowed to push. It comes out or it doesn't. You said dilate your urethra. Yeah, I was supposed to be dilating my vagina, and I thought that I knew what I was doing, and I was wrong. I did not. I dilated my urethra rather than my vagina. Oh, Adora, do you still do debates? I remember coming into your debates and when I was doing chores. Yeah, absolutely. I do debates every morning, except for weekends. Oh my god, it's so painful. Yep, and it was so bloody too. So bloody. How's that even possible? Well, I didn't make it in, but I did some damage. Is it healed? Yeah, long since healed. I got my surgery January 31st, 2023, and yeah, I'm healed. Why didn't they tell you what area to put it in? They did. So 6 days after surgery is when you finally get to see your vagina for the first time. And when you see your vagina for the first time, they give you a hands-on class about how to dilate correctly. So basically at the bottom of the opening to your vagina, there's like a little lip or like it's like a ledge almost. And it's a very, very sturdy bit of skin. There's a lot of stitches there, and you can put some significant pressure on it. And in those early days, in order to get access to your vagina, you need to put pressure on that to get a good angle on it and get the dilator in. And they showed me how to do that, and it hurt as much as it sounds. But yeah, in order to get it in those early days, there's a certain amount of force that's needed. And yeah, they showed me hands-on how to do it, and I thought I understood. I thought I knew the angle. I thought I knew how much pressure to apply. I was wrong. I got the angle wrong, and I didn't apply enough pressure. So when I was doing it for the first time by myself, back at the hotel, rather than getting my vagina, I got my urethra. And that's about as fun as it sounds, which is to say it's not. Is there anything I would have done different prior to surgery? Yeah, I would have gotten it way sooner. Way sooner. Did my urethra heal back to normal size? Oh, I didn't actually like make it in, and yes, my urethra's fine. But thank you. Did I have a catheter after surgery? Yes, I had a catheter for 6 days. 6 days total, I think it was. Yeah, when you're in the hospital, the catheter is hooked up to a bag. You never really know when you're peeing. It just every now and then there's a full bag, and that's that. You're never aware of peeing. You just never feel anything. After I was discharged from the hospital after 3 days, the catheter was still in, but instead of a bag, there was a lever, and I still didn't know when I had to go to the bathroom. I would just get up, go to the bathroom, and then just see if I had to go. Just open it up and see if anything came out. How long was the hospital stay? 3 days. Do the pain meds help when dilating? Oh, yeah. Yes. Stay ahead of the pain, guys. Do not chase the pain. Stay ahead of the pain. Take your damn Vicodin pills half an hour before you start dilating. What's the tool for dilation made of, and how big is it? I always wondered. The ones that I was given, the ones that are most commonly given by surgeons are hard plastic. But there's all different types that you can buy. You can buy inflatable dilators. What complications did I have? So I had 3 complications. 2 of them were the same thing, and so I had 3 complications, and one of them happened twice. So that's what I should say. So my first complication is after day 6, when they removed all the padding, when they removed all the bandage, when they removed the catheter, my left labia was pitch black. My right labia was just bloody black and blue. My left labia was pitch black. That was due to lack of blood flow. And this is at the very same moment that I'm seeing my vagina for the first time. So I've got a mirror in my hand, and I'm looking at this bloody black and blue vagina with these massive incisions going along my legs. And I'm smiling as this massive fucking smile, because I'm seeing, as far as I'm concerned, what I see is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Could not have possibly been happier to see my vagina for the first time. But my left labia was pitch black, and my surgeon is looking at my left labia that's pitch black, and she's like, oh, well, guess what? One of 2 things is going to happen. Either your left labia is going to die and fall off, or blood flow is going to return on its own, and your left labia is going to heal. One of the 2 things is going to happen. There's not really anything we can do about it. And in my head, I'm like, I don't fucking care about any of that. Just let me look at my damn vagina. And in my head, I knew that blood flow was going to return on its own. I never had any doubt in my mind, that my left labia was going to be perfectly fine. And I was right. My left labia healed of its own accord. Blood flow returned. There was a little bit of necrosis. They removed that in order to prevent scarring. They sewed fish skin on. The fish skin decays naturally and then falls off. Just prevents scarring. So my left labia is fine. The next setback that I had was that my clitoral hood was smothering my clitoris rather than just covering it, like completely smothering it. So it had to be pulled back. And when it was pulled back, they discovered that my clitoris had fused to my to the wall, and it had to be cut away. And there's no nice way to say this, guys. If you got a needle fetish, now's the time to plug your ears. If you have a needle fetish, Jesus, needle phobia, not fetish, Jesus, needle phobia. Holy shit. I speak in typo, guys. Needle phobia. If you have a needle phobia, plug your ears. If you have a needle phobia, yeah, plug your ears. Because in order to numb my clitoris, to cut it away from the wall of my vagina, they had to inject my clitoris directly. Twice. Okay, so yeah, that, and the first time it obviously hurt, but I wasn't prepared for what level of pain I was going to be getting or wasn't going to be getting, so it hurt, but I didn't really react that much. The second time it happened, I knew it was coming. I knew how much it was going to hurt, and I just couldn't stop my body from reacting. It felt so much worse the second time. But yeah, so those are my 3 setbacks that I had.
I have a question.
I need to know how old you are first.
I am 20, almost 21.
Fantastic. All right, what would you like to ask?
Before you came out as transgender, how did you know you were trans?
Before I came out as transgender. So for me, I'd always known that I was a woman. I didn't have the language to express that. I didn't know that transgender people existed. But inside, and this is a deep secret that I kept from everyone because I was ashamed of it. But I knew that I was a woman. Everyone was treating me like a man, but I knew they were wrong. And then one day, I discovered what it meant to be transgender, and suddenly everything fell into place. This was in my early 20s. Once I started doing some research on what it meant to be transgender, I immediately felt like I had learned something about myself. It did take me a little bit of time, a few months, to fully accept that. But that's because that's only because I was fighting myself on it, trying to convince myself that I can't possibly be transgender. But in my head, I knew. From that moment on, I knew that, yeah, this describes me. This is what I am. I'm transgender.
Well, because I myself am also a part of the LGBTQ. I am non-binary and pansexual. And I keep trying to tell my mom that I'm pansexual, but she always just says I'm bisexual. And I don't know what to do.
Would you say that your mother is accepting of the LGBT community?
She's accepting of me, but I keep trying to tell her and hint at her that I am not bisexual, I am pansexual. But she just continuously says I am bisexual.
Does she know what pansexual means?
I've tried to tell her to do research on it so that she could, understand it better, but she just says pansexual and bisexual are the same exact thing.
That's really annoying. I mean, just remind her that no one's going to know who you are better than you. I mean, how could she possibly know that you're bisexual without being you, right? Like,
Yeah,
you're not asking her who you are, you're telling her.
yeah.
Just remind her that this isn't a thing that's up for debate. You're telling your mom who you are. And it is hurtful when people deny that.
Yeah, and she says that there's only 2 type of people in this world, men and women.
Oof.
But there's more than just that.
So it definitely sounds like she's got some learning to do. Do you think that she's able to do the learning?
Yes, but she's just not putting in any effort.
I feel that. Like, my mom is very, very similar. She's accepting of me, but she struggled to understand non-binary.
And I don't tell her that I'm non-binary because I know that she's just going to end up saying that I'm a female because I have the female parts. But... So I haven't really known what to do. And I've been a big, big fan of you for many years now. I think...
So I'm kind of having the same problem with my father, in that I cannot get him to care about what it means to be trans, what it means to be a trans woman, what any of this stuff means. I got him to stop dead naming me, but he still doesn't use she her pronouns, doesn't call me his daughter, etc. So unfortunately, I haven't found the answer to people for what to do for people that don't want to teach themselves. So what I can say is, it sounds to me like you've done your part. You've tried to educate them. You've tried to tell them, hey, this is what I would like to see from you. And this would be helpful to me. This would feel good. And if a person continues to not be willing to do that, this might suck to hear, but it is okay to not have anything to do with that person if they're continuing to hurt you.
Well, I told my dad, my biological father, way before I told my mom, and my dad is completely accepting of who I am, and he knows to use the right pronouns for me,
Awesome.
which I like actually really appreciate because it's who I am and it's who I feel better as. Because I feel better as, my parents knowing that, hey, I'm pansexual and non-binary, and I want you to use they them pronouns for me. But my mom,
So you do have some support. That's fantastic.
yeah, just my mom continuously calls me her daughter and not her child.
Yeah. And you've asked her to not call you that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she's continuing to do so. And you're not seeing an effort to do better.
Yeah.
So
I've
you can
been
try to
slowly-
appeal to emotion. You can try to say, hey, this is a really, really simple thing. All you have to do is stop using this word and start using that word. And that will make me feel really, really good, and it'll cost you nothing. You can try that appeal to emotion. Just a reminder that you're important to her, and that your well-being matters to her, and that this is a really, really easy way for her to make you feel good, and that not doing this is making you feel bad. You can try that appeal to emotion.
Like, I've hinted at her before. Like, before I even told her, I've tried to, slowly hint at her by, using specific colors that I'm pansexual and non-binary. But she's just never gotten those hints. Once, when I dated my most recent ex-girlfriend, she finally understood that I'm not just into men, that I'm also into females. And she has continuously told me not to be with this female because of her past and stuff. And I just haven't known what to do.
Rule number one is take care of yourself here. It sounds to me like you have taken steps, you've made an effort, you've stated what's important to you. If this is a thing that continues to hurt you and you're not seeing the effort that you want to see, that you deserve, do what you got to do to take care of yourself.
Yeah. And I've been trying to continuously hint at her, the other day. So she'll continuously buy me Pride stuff.
Have you considered, so you're not out as non-binary to your mother, right?
Correct.
Okay. Would it be easy? Would that be a thing that could be doable if you had someone that you trusted with you?
Probably.
And could that put you in a dangerous situation? Could coming out put you in a dangerous situation where you might lose access, I don't know, housing, income, whatever?
No.
Okay, good. Because rule number one is always to protect yourself. But I'm not going to tell you to come out. The only person who knows when it's time to come out is you, nobody else. But maybe consider telling your mom and having someone with you that you trust when you do so.
That person that I would have with, though, is my biological father. And I don't want his wife to be around because his wife is around for everything and nobody in the family likes her at all.
You're allowed to set boundaries. This is about you. It's okay for things to be about you. You can say, "Hey, I would like to have you with me, but only you, nobody else." You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, because I've tried spending just some one-on-one time with him, and we have just not a whole lot because he's currently going through a few things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, I don't know how to say it, but like it's kind of like really hurt knowing that, hey, he's not around, he's not gonna like really be around for much longer. I don't know if I can say this on TikTok Live, but he's going away for a while. And
So your time with him is limited then.
yeah. And I'm actually going to see him this upcoming weekend, which I'm very excited about because I don't get to see him often. And
I'm glad you get to see him then.
and I just know that my mom's not going to want to drive to where he lives because I live in a whole different town than my dad.
So I don't know what advice to give you here. Do you have a community? Do you have people in your life that you have told these things to that you trust that you can lean on?
Yes.
Okay, good. And besides your father, like other people as well.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Lean on them. Take advantage of the fact that you have people that care about you. Don't rush yourself. There's no timeline on this. When you're ready is when you're ready.
Yeah, and I've tried telling her and like, hey, can you do some research on this? Because then you can actually understand how I feel and understand why I am the way I am.
So
To answer someone's question in the comments, I don't have the money for therapy. Even though I have 2 jobs, I don't have the money. But continue with what you were going to say.
I was going to say that no matter what happens, you have community. You have people that care about you in your life. You have people that care about you here on TikTok, in this space right now. You have community around you. You are not alone in this.
It honestly felt like I have been alone and that nobody understands.
Yep, I know that feeling well.
And that honestly like really, really sucks.
You're not though. This is a thing that is affecting you, and the way that you are feeling as a result of it is something that you are allowed to feel. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. You're allowed to feel the way you are. You're allowed to have expectations for how you're for what you should be getting from your mother, because what you're asking isn't much. You're just asking for the bare fucking minimum. You're asking for your mother to accept you just for who you are, for who you're telling her that you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you're allowed to have those expectations.
Yeah, and the other day, she told me that she had bought something for me off the internet that is rainbow, because I actually have a rainbow pride flag behind me right now. And she's like, I only buy you the rainbow flag stuff because I don't know what other colors to like actually get. And I sent her a screenshot of the pansexual flag, and that's when I tried explaining to her that, hey, I'm not bisexual, I'm pansexual, and these are my pronouns and whatnot. And she's like, you're bisexual, there's 2 genders, a man and a female, and you like both genders. And I'm like, Mom, can you please just do some research? And she's like,
There's some transphobia in being anti-pansexual, isn't there?
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, like, people who support gay people, lesbian people, bisexual people, but don't support pansexual people. There's probably not just homophobia. There is probably also some transphobia.
Yeah, and so I've been wanting to get a pansexual flag stuff and non-binary stuff to hang up on my walls, to hint at my mom a little bit more that I'm not just straight.
Right. I just don't know what other advice that I can offer you right now, Lydia. Just remember that you are not alone. The way that you feel is okay. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel, but you are not alone. You have people in your life that care about you. You have community here on TikTok that you can reach out to, and don't rush this. Do it when you're ready.
Yeah. I've been slowly hinting at her for it, so.
All right. Anything else, Lydia?
Mm-mm.
All right. You have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, let's get some W Lydias in chat. W Lydia in chat. I want to see that support. All right, I think that's a good stopping point, guys. It's coming up on midnight here, so I'm going to end for the night. All right. See you guys later. Bye.